A couple of weeks ago, we reviewed the Aoki EP-T21S wireless earbuds, and I was very impressed with how such an inexpensive pair of earbuds were able to produce decent sound in addition to including great features. If you have not yet seen our video review, I recommend you check it out after you finish watching this video. With the T21S having stepped into our review ring and emerging victorious, I was wondering, will other Aoki earbuds fare as well? For that reason, we have decided to test the Aoki EP-T31 True Wireless Earbuds in black. I have purchased these earbuds through Amazon for $39.99 with an ongoing 30% off promotion. Will the EP-T31 rise to the challenge as a budget contender? Stay tuned to find out. In terms of the packaging, we have the Aoki logo on the front top corner along with a sketch of the EP-T31 earbuds mounted inside their charging case. You have a Go Green with Aoki slogan printed on both sides of the box along with the proprietary information, model and serial number on its back. It is pretty much the same environmentally friendly type of packaging that we've seen so far from Aoki. Once you open the box, the first thing you will find is this charging case wrapped in plastic, which has both earbuds mounted inside. In addition to the case and earbuds, you will find 2 extra pairs of ear tips size small and large. You will find a USB Type-C cable. Also included is a user manual, a quick start guide, and a 24-month warranty card. The case overall feels pretty sturdy and well made. I really love its rounded form factor. The satin rubberized finish feels very nice to the touch, but at the same time it also becomes a magnet for dust and fingerprints. Centered at the top of the lid, we have the Aoki logo along with 3 LED battery charge indicators centered on the front. On the back, Aoki has included a USB Type-C charging port. The case also allows it to be charged wirelessly, which is a great feature when you consider the low price point. Size-wise, the case is a bit bulky for your jean pockets, but you shouldn't have a problem if you're carrying it inside a gym bag, backpack, or loose workout clothes, for example. Once you open the case, the LED battery charge indicators on the front will light up for a couple of seconds. There are no left and right indicators visible inside the case, which at this point I take as part of Aoki's minimalistic and simple design. The lid feels sturdy, and like the earbuds, is magnetized to keep the earbuds secured when not in use. Taking the T31s out of their case, I noticed they have an all-around satin finish similar to the case and feel very light in weight. I really like the earbuds form factor with its rounded corners and compact side. On the inner side of each earbud, you have 2 connectors and left and right side indicators which are barely visible. One key feature the EP-T31s have is an IPX5 water resistance rating, which makes them resistant to sweat, rain, and light water sprays, making them a great option for intense workouts. Nevertheless, neither the earbuds nor the case can be fully submerged, which is something to keep in mind. Before you do the initial pairing, make sure you fully charge the case since it's already partially charged. To pair the T31s for the first time, make sure you have removed the plastic film on both earbuds, place them inside the case, and close the lid. Go ahead and open the case to take both earbuds out, making them go into pairing mode. Making sure Bluetooth is turned on your device, select the Aoki EP-T31 from the list of available Bluetooth devices. Approve the pairing prompt once it shows up, and you should be good to go. Unfortunately, the initial pairing process was not a smooth one, as we had to repeat the steps several times before finally being able to get the T31s to pair with our phone. Once it paired with our device, we haven't had any issues afterwards. Trying the T31s for the first time, I was disappointed to be greeted by chimes rather than voice prompts, which at this point I just have to assume it is standard with Aoki branded earbuds. Regarding their fit, they feel pretty light forming a nice seal around my ears, even though they won't completely block background noise. I started testing the T31's sound quality by listening to Tiesto's remix of Southern Sun and loved how pristine Carla Werner's vocals were produced. Nevertheless, the lack of mid and low notes immediately became apparent, making the overall sound fall flat on its face. I immediately switched tracks and listened to Hypnotized from the Notorious B.I.G., a classic audio track with plenty of bass. Once again, vocals were spot on, but the mid-range and bass were absent, making this classic sound like it's being played from a tin can instead. Low notes were also at a minimum while listening to Pharrell Williams and Neil Rogers on Daft Punk's Get Lucky. This is such a letdown, especially when you consider the stellar job the T31s do in reproducing vocals and high notes. Media controls are accessed through the T31's touch controls. Tap either earbud once to play or pause. You can also do this by simply removing or reinserting the earbuds, since the T31s have proximity sensors. Double tap the left earbud to go back or the right to skip. Double tap either earbud to answer or end calls. You can then activate Siri or Google Assistant by tapping 3 times on either earbud. Like the T21s, you can only control the volume through your device, which is disappointing to say the least. Volume adjustments through touch controls should come standard in all wireless earbuds, but then again, when you consider the price, pointing out any cons makes you feel like you're nitpicking. The EP T31s also feature a low latency mode, which enhances your gaming or video watching experience. To activate it, just tap 3 times on the right earbud. You will hear a cartoon sounding chime to confirm afterwards. The EP T31s allow you to use either earbud on its own, but you won't be able to connect to separate devices at the same time. One bright spot for the T31s is their call quality. All the calls I made sounded crystal clear, and I was told that they could hear me well with no problems. In terms of connection range, I was able to walk away from my device for approximately 25 feet before the connection started to cut off. I also tested the T31s to see if they will fall off my ears, and they stayed in place for most of the time, but they ended up needing to be positioned after a while. Battery life on the T31s lasted for almost 5 hours before running out of juice. The wireless charging case provides 5 additional charges for a total of 30 hours of playtime. Overall, I give the Aoki EP T31 3 stars. For the cons, the lack of mid and low notes unfortunately will make bass needy tracks sound flat and incomplete. In addition to this, initial pairing problems, lack of volume controls, and the use of chimes instead of voice prompts prevents me from rating the T31s any higher. On the plus side, if you make a lot of calls on a daily basis and listen to a lot of podcasts, these T31s are pretty solid value for those purposes. Additional features such as their compact size, IPX5 water resistant rating, autoplay or pause, low latency mode, and a case that provides up to 25 total hours of playtime are all worthy of consideration at this price point. Even though the Aoki EP T31s lack the punching power of the EP T21s, we can still appreciate them for what they bring into the ring. A compact design combined with an affordable price and a great set of features. That will be all for this video, guys. If you own or are planning on getting these earbuds, go ahead and leave your feedback in the comments section below. Also, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, as it helps with YouTube's algorithm and recommending this video to other viewers out there. This is JP for Ready Set Go. Stay safe, and I'll see y'all on the next one.